Breaking news, part 2. February 24th, 2017. USA has been legally and or technically in a state of war since August 23rd, 1996, when Osama bin Laden, Al-Qaeda, declared war in the United States and with other competing Islamic or Muslim organizations such as B. Muslim Brotherhood declares war on the United States circa October 12, 2010 under Obama's presidency. C. ISIS declares war on U.S. Homeland in 2012 under Obama's presidency. D. Any other Islamic organization, even any of the 86 designated or more Islamic terror groups around the world who have committed one or more murder or terror instances in the name or on behalf of their organization or country. Exhibit 1C. Al-Qaeda Declaration and Acts of War, heritage.org. Al-Qaeda declared war on the United States and its allies 2 times before the attacks on September 11, 2011. Those 2 declarations came in the form of fatwas, a type of Islamic religious decree. The first one was in August 1996. Osama bin Laden issued his first fatwa, a 30-page polemic entitled Declaration of War against the American occupying the land of the 2 holy places against the United States and Israel, and it was published in a London newspaper called Al-Quds Al-Arabi. The central premise of this fatwa is that the people of Islam had suffered from the aggression, iniquity, and injustice imposed on them by the Zionist Crusaders Alliance and their collaborators. He chronicles the various injustices and concludes that it is no longer possible to be quiet. It is not acceptable to give a blind eye to this matter. Bin Laden says that there is, quote-unquote, no more important duty than pushing the American enemy out of the Holy Land, end of quotes. And he calls on the Muslim brothers to concentrate on, quote-unquote, destroying, fighting, and killing the enemy until, by the grace of Allah, it is completely defeated, end of quotes. He warns fellow jihadists that due to the, quote, the imbalance of the power between our armed forces and the enemy forces, a suitable means of fighting must be adopted, that is, using fast-moving light forces that work under complete secrecy, end of quote. At the end of the fatwa, Osama bin Laden urges all Muslim brothers to, quote-unquote, take part in the fighting against the enemy, your enemy and their enemy, the Americans and the Israelis. They are asking you to do whatever you can with one's own means and ability to expel the enemy, humiliated and defeated out of the sanctities of Islam, end of quotes. The second fatwa was published February 23rd, 1998 in Al-Quds Al-Arabi. Unlike the first, which was issued by Osama bin Laden alone, this fatwa was signed by Osama bin Laden, Amal al-Zahri, leader of the Jihad group in Egypt, and Al-Qaeda second command, Yassi Rafa Abba, leader of the Islamic group, Sheikh Mir Hazam, secretary of the I'm sorry, I can't pronounce these names, and Fala Rahman, the leader of the Jihad movement in Bangladesh. The fatwa reasons that, quote-unquote, 3 facts that are known to everyone compel war against the United States. First, the United States has been, quote-unquote, occupying the lands of Islam in the holiest of places. Second, the Crusader Zionist Alliance has inflicted great devastation upon the Iraq people. Third, the United States' goal is to serve the Jews' petty state and divert attention from its occupation of Jerusalem and murder of Muslims there. It concludes with instructions to Muslims everywhere. The ruling to kill the Americans and their allies, civilians and military, is an individual duty for every Muslim who can do it in any country in which it is possible to do it, ... Every Muslim who believes in God and wishes to be rewarded to comply with God's order to kill the Americans and plunder their money wherever and whenever they find it. Al-Qaeda terrorist acts before 9/11, 2001. So here in this article, they list some. We in America have short memories. A 20-year war, a 30-year war, a 50-year war. We don't remember. We don't really think it's still a war. It's a war. 1993, bombing a World Trade Center. 6 killed, 1,000 injured, over 1,000. 1998, bombing the U.S. embassies in Kenya and Tanzania. Over 200 killed, approximately 5,000 injured. 1999, attempted bombing of Los Angeles International Airport. That one was apparently thwarted. 1999, bombing of the USS Cole, Port of Aden, and country of Yemen. 17 killed, 39 injured. Now, Al-Qaeda and its affiliates have continued their attacks on the U.S. and its allies since 9/11, 2001. So here's a list from this documented. Heritage.org, www.heritage.org. Their research, and they do good work. So it says some of these attacks include 2001, attempted bombing of American airline flight, certain flight 263, I think, which Richard Reed, the shoe bomber pilot, plot was foiled by passengers and crew. Reed was convicted in U.S. federal court. At his sentencing, Reed professed his loyalty to Osama bin Laden. 2002, firebombing of synagogue in Dierba, Tunisia, 21 killed. 2002, bombing at U.S. consulate, Karachi, Pakistan, 11 killed. 2002, bombing of a nightclub in island of Bali, country of Indonesia, 202 killed. 2002, attack on U.S. Marines on Falaka Island, Kuwait, 1 killed. 2002, bombing at Paradise Hotel, Mombasa, Kenya, 15 killed. 2003, Riyadh compound bombing, Saudi Arabia, 34 killed, including 10 Americans, more than 160 injured. 2003, suicide attack against French tanker MV Limburg, 1 killed. 2003, suicide bombing at Marriott Hotel, South Jakarta, Indonesia, 12 killed. 2003, bombing in Casablanca, Morocco, 41 killed, more than 100 injured. 2003, truck bombings on 2 separate days in Istanbul, Turkey, 50 killed, 609 injured. 2005, bombings of London, Underground and bus, 56 killed, more than 700 injured. 2006, transatlantic aircraft plot, liquid explosives foiled, 24 suspects. So this was research by the heritage.org, lists names and facts, and I will stop at that.